storage clutter. And storage clutter is really near and dear to my heart because we help a lot of people clear out their scary rooms and their closets. And if you have a scary room in your closet, this is a room where maybe you just put something in there one day, you moved a couple of things that you were redecorating in there, and then a few weeks later, it was a set of bedding, and then it was this, that, and the other, and before long, it's a scary room, right? Or you're saving something because you haven't had a chance to process it yet. Maybe it goes in the attic, maybe it goes in the garage, maybe there are clothes that are too small, things like that that you're not using anymore, toys the kids have grown out of, and they end up in that scary room. The catch is this: when a buyer comes to your house to take a look at your home, they're going to want to make sure that that room is clear because in their mind, they're envisioning not another scary room. They're envisioning one of their children or their elder parents or someone living inside that room, right? And so we want to make sure that there is no scary room in our house. So storage clutter, if we're using that room as a storage unit, that's something we need to stop and really give it some extra thought. I am going to throw this over to Aaron because I know he's probably gone into homes where they run into a scary room. What is the response to the scary room, and how do new buyers look at that space?
Yeah, so they're not going to spend any time in there at all. And they're not going to be able to envision their family living in there if there's a spare room. And so, definitely, you want to make sure that room is completely cleaned out. There's no question. You've got to have it really decluttered when people walk in there because they're going to be coming in to see that space, see themselves living in it. So, you want to move it out. Where do you move the clutter room? You got to move it to the garage. When we are staging a home to sell it, the garage is okay to fill up. You can fill the garage up with whatever you want. Everything goes to the garage. You got to get everything out of that room. No question. It's your home is now a product. So it's not your home anymore if you're trying to sell it.
I love that thought that your home is a product. And Robin says, I'm pretending that we're going to put our house on the market in January of 2024, and I'm taking this year to trim down every single thing: cabinets, closets, drawers, and corners. I love that. And I love the fact that she's given herself, or he's given himself, a year to process this. And it becomes really interesting when you stop to consider the fact that sometimes life changes. Life changes when you're not expecting it, and you might have elder parents that live 2,500 miles away, and suddenly you get a call that they've fallen and they can't get up, and then you have to move overnight. And so now you're going to throw your stuff together and try to hurry and sell your house, and there's all this stuff that hasn't been managed. But if you had a whole year to go through room by room by room, you're not just chunking stuff in a storage unit, but you're now making conscious decisions about, did I want to keep this? And if I were to move, am I going to move this to a new house? What are the parameters of the stuff that I'm keeping, especially the stuff that I'm not using, right? So it gives us a whole different frame of thought, and it's going to make us think twice about the stuff that we keep, because like Aaron said, your home is now a product, and the better the product shows, the more money you make. So if it looks like a crappy cluttered house, people are not going to offer you all the money. And so you want to make sure that it's beautiful. It's like when we go to a restaurant and we order some fries and a burger. If they come on a paper plate in a little red and white plastic basket, that's the image, right? We expect to pay 5 or $6 for that. If we go to a restaurant and there's like a white folded tablecloth, and they have folded napkins that are made of cloth, and they have stainless steel silverware, and they bring us our burger and fries on a ceramic or a glass plate, all of a sudden we expect, like, oh, this is going to cost us a lot of money. We're going to spend 20 or $30 for this meal. The food is the same, but the presentation is different. And that's what we're getting into, is we're getting into the presentation is different because you made conscious different choices, right? And so that's the focus of what we're doing today.